Okay, so I know I said that I would do a 1911 video, so here we are. This is my 1911 A1 made by American Classic. I just recently went to the Battle of the Bulge, as I said in probably a few other videos, and I picked up a few things while I was there, including the grips on this. These are original World War II. These are plastic, though, plastic grips for my 1911. They did come in plastic back then, so if somebody wants to tell me off on that, then go ahead, but they did make them, so I've actually had several historians. I asked them because I paid, I think, 20 bucks for them, and so I wanted to make sure. I talked to a few historians about it, and they said that they would be legit. So, but unfortunately, sorry, I just got it missed. Okay. Unfortunately, though, I'm not gonna do the video on my 1911 today. However, though, I am gonna do it on another 45. This time I kind of have a rare opportunity for myself, but my dad asked me to clean his gun the other day, just because he didn't have the time, and he said he'd pay me about 5 bucks for it. So I am able to bring to you today a nice Smith&Wesson today, Smith&Wesson revolver. What I have here is not a Judge, but a Smith&Wesson Govenor. Those of you who know, the Taurus Judge, pretty famous for being able to shoot a shotgun shell. And the 45 long colt. But the downfall is that really it only holds 5 shells and shoots 2 different rounds. This holds 6 rounds, as you can see through the cylinder there, and it shoots 3 different cartridges. It shoots the 45 ACP, the 45 long colt, and the 410 shotgun shell. So, for those of you who may not know, 410 shotgun shell, 45 ACP, and I don't have a 45 long colt here with me, but basically, a few of you are probably going to ask, how do you shoot the 45 ACP out of this thing? Well, they come with these moon clips here. What you do is you just go ahead and put one in each little clip there, or little notch, and go ahead and just put it down inside like you would. They actually make, you actually have to use those moon clips for things like 9mm and whatnot, so, but you can get 9mm in a revolver also. So that is you know, the basics to this thing. It also comes with half moon or quarter moon clip, third moon clips. You can get them with little where you can shoot 2 of them. So basically, you can have 2 410s, 2 45 ACPs, and 2 long colts. So yeah, that's a really nice thing about it. Now, personally, I have not. I've held a Judge before. I got to play around with one for a little bit, but I never got to shoot it before. So there's really, I can't really compare it too much, but so I mean, I'm just gonna kind of give over the basics on this thing, how much nicer it is, I believe. So this thing, however, in the Smith&Wesson lineup is the Z frame. The Z frame. Why it has its own is probably because the size of the cylinder that this thing has to it. So I'm not really quite sure, but like most revolvers, it can either shoot single action or it can shoot double action. I'll tell you what, this thing is very accurate. It's got a, what do they call it, some night sights up in the front, and then the fixed rear sights. It's up in the top here, the upper part of the frame. The grips on this are actually really nice, though. Some of you who have it and don't know how to do it yet, basically they just give you this little tiny thing to go with it, and you actually put it in between the rear part of it, just shove it in there, and then you just go ahead and slide on down, and it reveals the mainspring in the back there. So this one you can actually tighten up and loosen to improve rounds fired. Unfortunately, though, you gotta kind of have it set in the middle. You can't have it too loose. If it's too loose, it won't strike the primer hard enough. We learned that 2 days ago, I think, or a few days ago. So you actually got to keep it at somewhat reasonable. So you can't keep it really light where you can shoot like 6 rounds in like a second or something. But that is something nice about it. Those of you who have the Judge and are in denial about this gun being better, well, if you haven't got to get to one anytime soon, or you haven't been gotten to a gun store anytime soon and got to check one of these bad boys out, you're really missing out. And I'll tell you what, the weight of this thing, if you compare this to the ultralight of the Judge, I think that the standard comes a lot lighter than that. Actually, my dad, when he got it for Christmas, he bought it for Christmas for himself. I'll tell you what, I got to hold the box before he opened it up, and I know it doesn't sound too good, or it doesn't sound like awesome or anything, but I held it, and I was like, did he actually give you the gun with the thing? Mainly because the thing's only about 28 ounces. Was it a little over a pound, you know, almost creeping at 2 pounds there. But when you take the cylinder off of it, the cylinder is pretty much what gives it its entire weight to it. I'll tell you what, the cylinder's made of steel, stainless steel, and I forget what they call the metal here. Very interesting type of metal. But then there's a cover over the barrel which is made of polymer, I believe. See, the polymer is probably the same metal that this is, but you can tell that there's something definitely covering over the barrel there. And look at that big 45. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, this is a Smith&Wesson Govenor, made in the USA. Smith&Wesson 45 long Colt, 45 ACP, 410, 2.5 shell. This one only goes to 2.5 inches. So, man, it's a lot better than the Judge. And the price range is actually not that far off too. For just a standard Judge, I think they're asking about $650 for it. These things are only asking $660. So I mean, and you pretty much get more bang for your buck, literally. I mean, you get the extra cartridge, the extra round, and it's a heck of a lot lighter too. And it's only for about $10 more. So personally, that's a steal for me. So if you are watching this video and you want to think about getting one of these things, or if you're debating between a Judge and a Govenor, I'm telling you the Govenor's the way to go. So, I mean, this thing's been out for, I think, a couple months now. I'm not sure. I read up a little bit on it on the Smith&Wesson website. Don't remember when it actually came out, but it would have come out just a little bit after the Judge. So, but I'll tell you what, this is pretty much everything that the Judge should have been. So, yeah. Alright, well, that's basically my video on the Judge here. If you have any questions about it, do email me or comment below. You can press the little thumbs up like thingy if you want. And I'll tell you what, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you can and check out my other videos. And like I said, I think I'm going to try to do my 1911 video next week, so I was just able to get this thing out. So, alright, well, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And make sure you choose the Govenor over Judge any day.